Are you a thrill seeker, a history buff, or just someone who loves a good ghost story? Today, we're embarking on a chilling journey around the globe, exploring 10 of the most haunted locations you should probably avoid, unless you're feeling exceptionally brave, from abandoned islands to ancient inns. These places are steeped in mystery and whispered to be home to those who have never truly left, so dim the lights. Get comfortable and let's dive into the world of the paranormal. Our first stop is the beautiful yet terrifying Poveglia Island in Italy. Just a short boat ride from Venice, this small island has a dark and tragic history. It was used as a quarantine station for plague victims for over a century, and later housed a mental hospital where, legend has it, a cruel doctor conducted horrifying experiments before meeting his own grim end. Locals claim the soil is 50% human ash. Visitors and paranormal investigators report hearing disembodied screams, seeing shadowy figures, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. The Italian government has forbidden public access, making Poveglia Island an isolated land of sorrow, forever haunted by its tormented past. Would you dare to set foot on its shores? Next, we travel to Japan, to the base of Mount Fuji, where the serene-looking Aokigahara forest hides a somber secret, also known as the Sea of Trees. This dense, sprawling forest has a tragic reputation. Due to the magnetic iron deposits in the soil, compasses and GPS systems often fail, making it incredibly easy to get lost. Spiritualists believe the forest's paranormal activity is due to the spirits of those who have passed within its trees. Visitors have reported seeing ghostly apparitions, hearing whispers on the wind, and feeling an intense sadness wash over them. It's a place of profound sorrow, a beautiful but haunting reminder of human despair. Let's head down under to Jan'i, Australia, and visit the Monte Cristo homestead, widely considered the country's most haunted private residence. This Victorian manor looks charming, but its history is filled with tragedy. The original owners, the Crawley family, experienced a string of unfortunate events, including the fatal fall of a child down the stairs, a stable boy who burned to death, and a caretaker who was murdered. Today, visitors and the current owners report a plethora of paranormal activity. Lights flicker on and off, ghostly figures appear in photos, and the spirit of Mrs. Crawley is often seen on the balcony. They even offer ghost tours for the brave-hearted. It seems the original residents never quite checked out. Now we journey to the vibrant city of New Orleans, to a place with a truly grotesque history, the Lalaurie House. In the 1830s, the high society socialite Madame Delphine Lalaurie resided here. She was known for her lavish parties, but behind closed doors, a nightmare was unfolding when a fire broke out in 1834. Rescuers discovered a secret torture chamber in the attic where Madame Lalaurie had inflicted unspeakable cruelty upon her enslaved workers. She fled the city and was never brought to justice. Ever since, the mansion has been a hotbed of paranormal claims. Passers-by and residents of the building have reported hearing agonizing screams, seeing apparitions of the victims, and feeling phantom touches. It's a chilling location, forever stained by its horrific past. From a haunted house to a haunted prison, our next destination is the infamous Alcatraz Island in San Francisco Bay. Known as The Rock, this maximum security federal prison housed some of America's most notorious criminals, like Al Capone. The conditions were harsh, and the sense of isolation was immense. While the prison closed in 1963, many believe the spirits of its inmates never left. Park rangers and visitors have reported hearing cell doors slamming shut, footsteps echoing in empty corridors, and faint whispers in the cells. The D-block, used for solitary confinement, is considered a particular hotspot, with reports of a menacing entity and a constant bone-chilling cold. Even in the bright California sun, Alcatraz casts a long, dark shadow. Let's cross the Atlantic to Ireland, to what many call one of the most haunted castles in the world, Leap Castle. This castle's history is drenched in bloodshed and betrayal. One of the most famous stories involves a brutal family rivalry that ended with a priest being murdered by his own brother in the chapel, now known as the Bloody Chapel. During renovations, a secret dungeon was discovered, filled with so many human skeletons it took 3 cartloads to remove them all. The castle is said to be home to numerous spirits, but the most terrifying is a creature known as the Elemental, a hunched, foul-smelling entity whose appearance is said to be a dark omen. The current owners live in the castle and claim to have learned to coexist with their spectral residents. Have you ever seen The Shining? Our next stop is the very hotel that inspired Stephen King to write his iconic horror novel, the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. After a spooky stay in room 217, King's imagination ran wild. But the hotel's haunted history began long before the book. Guests and staff have reported a wide range of paranormal phenomena. The ghosts of the original owners, Freeland Oscar and Flora Stanley, are said to still preside over their hotel, often seen in the billiards room or heard playing the piano in the music room. Children's laughter echoes in the halls of the 4th floor, and in room 217, an unseen presence is known to unpack guests' luggage. The Stanley fully embraces its spooky reputation, offering ghost tours and playing the uncut version of the movie on a continuous loop. From a haunted hotel to a haunted chateau, we now head to the Loire Valley in France. The Château de Brissac is the tallest castle in France, and it's as beautiful as it is eerie. It is said to be the home of La Dame Verte, or the Green Lady. The legend tells of Charlotte de Brézy, the illegitimate daughter of King Charles VII, who was married to the castle's owner. After he discovered her having an affair, he murdered both her and her lover. Her spirit is now said to wander the halls of the castle, often appearing in the tower room of the chapel. She is seen wearing a green dress, but her face is what truly terrifies those who see her. It's described as having gaping black holes where her eyes and nose should be. Her moans are also reportedly heard throughout the castle in the early hours of the morning. Our penultimate stop takes us to England, to the ancient Ram Inn in Wotton-under-Edge. Built in 1145, this is one of the oldest inns in the country, and it's reputed to be one of the most haunted buildings in Great Britain. The inn is built on an ancient pagan burial ground and is also said to be located on the intersection of two ley lines, which some believe act as spiritual energy conductors. The list of paranormal claims is endless. Guests have reported being grabbed, pushed, and hearing demonic-sounding voices. The spirits are said to include a witch who was burned at the stake, a high priestess, and even an incubus. The former owner, John Humphreys, who lived there for decades, claimed to have been terrorized by the entities daily. It's a place so intense that many paranormal investigators have fled in fear. Finally, we descend beneath the romantic city of Paris into the chilling empire of the dead, the Catacombs. This vast network of tunnels holds the skeletal remains of over 6 million people. In the late 18th century, Parisian cemeteries were overflowing, creating a public health crisis. To solve the problem, the authorities decided to transfer the bones to the city's old quarry tunnels. The result is a macabre labyrinth of carefully arranged skulls and femurs. Visitors are only allowed in a small section, but stories from those who have ventured into the forbidden, unmapped parts are terrifying. People speak of being followed by shadows, hearing disembodied whispers, and feeling hands touching them in the dark. It is said that if you stay after midnight, the walls begin to speak, and the spirits of the dead will try to make you one of them, lost forever in the darkness. And there you have it, 10 of the world's most haunted places. From ghostly prisoners to spectral ladies and labyrinthine tombs, these locations remind us that some stories are etched into the very stones of a place. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the history and legends surrounding these sites are undeniably captivating. What do you think? Are these just stories, or is there something more lurking in the shadows? Let me know in the comments below which of these places you'd be brave enough to visit. Thanks for joining me on this spooky tour. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Stay curious and see you next time.